So we need to ask ourselves a very important question. What the F is wrong with Candace Owens?
Okay, super fun show today. You're probably seeing the clips, but Erika has gone off on conspiracy theorists. Obviously, every journalist out there is emailing me because it's about me. It's indirect, but it's also about me. And don't worry, in case you think it's not about me, she is going to name check me on stage with Barry Weiss on Saturday. How do we know? Because our mommy sleuths be everywhere. And they recorded the town hall today. And as soon as the town hall concluded, we got a flutter of emails. And what she says about the Egyptian planes, I'm sorry, not gonna lie, it's a little suspicious. It's weird. It's a weird response. So look, we gotta go there.
2025 has seen Candace Owens, I think, jump the shark, where she has been under this grift for a long time, pretending to be a conservative influencer. But she's not. She's a leftist radical lunatic who rebranded herself after she failed to launch a cancel culture site that was supposed to destroy conservatives. When that didn't work, 1 year later, she resurfaced a reformed leftist who now was going to be on the side of the conservatives to fight the good fight. But this last year in particular, she has really exposed her anti-Semitism. She's constantly pushing new hoaxes. She's even claimed that the ghost of Charlie Kirk has come to her in dreams. Because why not? Candace Owens is showing herself to be what I have honestly thought she's been all along, which is a plant. This woman is a radical lunatic leftist who, in her rebranding, managed to get herself in good with a bunch of conservative content creators, people who were making real headway in the social media space. And she has been consistently, methodically trying to take them all out. Whatever she's got to say, whatever lunatic conspiracy theory she's got to espouse, she's doing what she has to do to destroy influential people on the right. And Charlie Kirk is no different. What she's doing now with her weird, bizarre behaviors, right? She's now going after her friend, her supposed friend's life's work. She is trying to systematically destroy it with her weird, bizarre conspiracy theories. It's not just the Jews anymore. It's not just France trying to kill her. Now it's Turning Point USA hated their own guy. And his wife in on it too. And she's got nothing to back it up. She's got a bunch of allusions to the truth. But there's never any there. And her deranged conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk's assassination and how it relates back to Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk's own wife finally pushed Erika Trump to respond. And like a piranha, she was waiting on the other side to try and grift once again off all of this. Candace freaking Owens.
Later on in this same interview, she launches into a strong defense of Turning Point USA employees who have, just as a matter of fact, told many lies, many inconsistencies. These are verifiable.
Now, notice, and I'll play a little bit longer, notice she doesn't give any examples. That's Candace Owens for you. She's a piece of shit who likes to go with innuendo, make a bunch of shit up, and there's a bunch of idiots out there that are just going to sit there and go, oh, all right, you say Candace.
So they are currently lying to the public, or they have lied to the public, but she is going to deliver.
What did they say? What did they lie to the public about, Candace? Do you know?
Quite an impassioned defense regarding these particular individuals and the organization as a whole. And I want you to hear her passion. Take a listen.
What are they taking from you right now?
Nothing. But I will tell you what they are doing. It reminds me so much of chapter 6 in the book of Nehemiah. He is building a wall, and the townspeople are at the base of that hill saying, Nehemiah, calling him all these names, saying all these things, come on down. Every single time he had the same message 4 times in a row. I cannot come down. I am busy building. That is how I feel. I do not have time to address the noise. My silence does not mean that I am complacent. My silence does not mean that somehow Turning Point USA and all of the handpicked staff that loved my husband and my husband loved them is somehow in on it. We are busy building. And you know what I thought? I thought these people are human. We are all grieving in our own way. And they are trying to find the answer to something that happened that was so evil. They are trying so hard. And I get that. We're doing the same.
I have to disagree. I don't think Candace Owens gives a flying about Charlie Kirk. This woman has spent all of her time trying to destroy Charlie Kirk and his legacy. Candace Owens, and she's been doing this for years now, she spends all of her time trying to befriend and destroy conservative content creators. She's a leftist plant who, when she couldn't destroy conservatives from the vantage point of being on the left, she then rebranded herself as a sudden Trump supporter. And she was able to weasel her way into different organizations because conservatives are too stupid and too trusting at times, it seems. And they just thought, oh, she's reformed and she speaks so well or whatever the hell. And they worked with a stupid bitch. But she is a piranha, and she has been waiting for this opportunity to destroy Charlie Kirk and his life's work, which is, make no mistake, what she is trying to do here. And Erika Kirk is giving her way too much credit right now.
Anytime we hear a lead or anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. Please dig into this. No rock will be unturned. I want justice for my husband, for myself, for my family, more than anyone else out there. So for me, you want to keep telling me to come down while we're building? I don't have time for that. But here's my breaking point on that. Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands.
Look at her stupid face. She's trying to insinuate to her audience without saying anything. I love Charlie Kirk even though I'm trying to destroy everything he worked so hard to build. Because I'm Candace Owens, the retarded weirdo.
Thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because
She's
somehow they're in on this. No.
I'm sorry, but that whole thing right there is frustrating.
Insert stupid bitch opens mouth. Candace Owens.
I'm going to explain to you why I just do not accept any of that. First and
because you're a grifting. You have one purpose, that is to destroy the Kirk Turning Point USA organization.
foremost, the idea that she does not have time. Okay.
Because you are a useless piece of shit. Why would she want to spend time on a grifter? Someone who's constantly peddling delusional takes. Because make no mistake, that is what this crazy bitch does. Let me give you, like, this woman, if you don't know who Candace Owens is, okay? Candace was a hardcore, radical, lunatic leftist who despised Donald Trump and all conservatives. She had an infamous article about Republican pussy grabbing back in 2015. She tried to create a cancel culture website designed to dox people on her enemies list. A so-called anti-harassment database, as all Karens on the left do. And this database was designed to harass so-called bullies, which is again the classic leftist tactic of the lunatic left. But she got shredded online at the time. So, at the end of 2016, realizing that she had failed to gain any traction, she scrubbed most of her anti-right content from the internet. And then she reintroduced herself back in 2017 as a pro-Trumpist and begins a journey into the right-wing sphere. But she has a pattern, and it emerges before long. This woman is quick to make alliances on the right. She uses conservative forces to clout jack. And then, as soon as she's used them for whatever clout she needs, then she goes scorched earth. and she tries to destroy them, one after another. Let's talk about Turning Point USA. This woman has a grudge against them. She joined them shortly after her newfound conservative ideology awakening. She worked for them for a couple of years, and at the time she praises Charlie Kirk as a genius, and all is well, until it's not. By 2019, she resigns. She had made some Hitler comment that they didn't like. You had some of the TPUSA, I think it was a chapter, whatever, revolted against her, calling her toxic. So then she starts to throw shade at Turning Point USA. She accuses Kirk of being soft on race issues, and she's basically trying to accuse them of being racist. Then there's PragerU. This is 2018. She worked for them for a couple of years. Then she quit, claimed the organization was a Zionist censorship organization because she was mad that her weird Israel takes were edited. She didn't like that. Then there was Kimberly, I think her name was Classic or something like that. She was a black Republican candidate. Candace Owens aligned with her. They became friends. But when Classic, she had a failed primary campaign, Candace then distanced herself from the black conservative and then accused her of being a fake conservative. This is part of her pattern. As soon as she's done with you, then she will try to destroy you. Then there's Steven Crowder, 2021. She befriends him. She collabs with him, even becomes besties with his wife, only to turn on him and use his wife to do it. She accuses him of having sexist pay gaps because of the Daily Wire. And then she uses his wife, Hillary Crowder, to get footage of a domestic argument where he's cussing her out. He's saying he shouldn't say. She gets the video from the wife and then uses it, puts him on blast on the internet to try and destroy him. Then there's Ben Shapiro of the Daily Wire, 2023. And Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire should have known that this woman was freaking toxic, but they aligned themselves with her. And it didn't take long for them to clash. She knew what she was doing when she joined the Daily Wire. She's completely anti-Israel, anti-Semitic, and she was going to clash with them, and she knew that was going to happen. So as soon as they didn't like what she had to say, then, now I can go on a crusade, and because I've worked for them, I can now talk about them. And on and on and on it goes. And so now we've reached the Charlie Kirk assassination. I mean, this bitch literally went on the internet and made claims that Charlie Kirk's ghost came to her in a dream and told her that bad things were afoot. Let me see if I can find this. I wasn't planning to pull this up, but look at this.
I similarly, like I just said, had a vivid dream this weekend, and Charlie came to me and he told me that he was betrayed. And
she saw his ghost.
You don't have to believe that, but I do believe that. And
she's freaking crazy. She's willing to say whatever the F she's got to say to get her grift on here. So understand, you are dealing with a solipsistic, arrogant piece of shit whose only goal is to make a bunch of money, make her bag, and destroy her political enemies. Because make no mistake, Candace Owens is a radical leftist lunatic. She was just smart enough to know how to rebrand herself. When she realized she couldn't attack the right from the outside, then she, like a plant, rebranded herself, put herself within the conservative sphere so she could one by one destroy anyone who got in her way.
She definitely has time, okay? She's done Hannity, she's done The Five, she's done Fox and
But she's not important.
Friends, she's done Outnumbered, she's done Megyn Kelly Live, she sat down with the New York Times, she made time.
But Candace, you're a piece of shit. Why would she want to spend time with you, of all people? There's a reason why they didn't invite you to the funeral. They don't like you.
By the way, in case you don't remember, to fly to DC for Sergio Gore to be sworn into the ambassador.
But who the f are you is what I got to say.
to India as the
Or for that
ambassador
matter,
to
who the hell
India,
am
which
I?
feels kind of obscure and not necessarily related to Turning Point USA affairs, building affairs or whatever it is. But sure, that's fine. I mean, obviously you're also allowed to be a person if that's the homie and that's what you want to do. Sure. But we are indeed speaking about a coast to coast flight to stand up next to somebody.
That's different than having to deal with someone who keeps coming up with conspiracy theories, innuendo, half-truths, insanity, seeing ghosts. Why the does she want to talk to you, Candace? What the hell? Nobody should be talking to this idiot.
And basically say Charlie loved you. That was like the whatever 15-second speech that she gave, right? Here's actually, we have a clip of that speech that she gave.
Ooh, she's got a clip.
Well, he was also very good friends with a guy named Charlie. We just knew him as Charlie. And his wife, who we love so much, is here with us. And maybe, you know how close they were together. Maybe, Erika, you could say a couple of words, please.
I'm honored to, sir. Charlie loved you. It's hard not to get emotional because I know that he would have been the first phone call when he found out that you were going to be taking this.
And of course, she's upset that she's not getting Erika Kirk to talk to her. When, of course, again, this is just a grift. She knows Erika Kirk is never going to talk to her because she's a piece of shit.
Position and the way that I was able to witness the two of you work together for years and to champion and support the president was absolutely humbling to witness, and I am so proud of you. And Charlie is going to be with you every single day in spirit, and I will be praying for you every day because I know that this is just the beginning of an incredible opportunity for you. And sir, thank you for allowing Sergio to have this beautiful moment.
Thank you very much. Thank you, John.
That's just an ambassador to India swearing in.
And far more important than you.
Ceremony. Again, if that's your friend and you want to be there, that makes sense. She's also a person, and she can decide what she wants to do there. But the point that I am making is that's a coastal flight that she made.
Imagine being someone who is going to sit here and just swallow Candace's excrement here. Holy shit. But a lot of people do. There's a lot of weirdos out there. Although I actually think it's mostly leftists that are glomming onto her. Because most right people, for example, are not anti-Semitic. And she's going to draw in some weird fringe people. But anyway, let's continue.
To be there to watch a paper get signed. She has also made time for an upcoming CBS News town hall sit down with Barry Weiss, which was filmed today. So Erika Kirk has time. She has time.
Not for you, sweetheart.
It is just what she means to say, not her priority, which is you are allowed to prioritize things in your own life.
Right, because you're a piece of shit. She knows it, and to waste time with you when you've already tried to destroy everybody that you've connected yourself with, including her husband, making time for you is a giant waste of her time.
But this is not a matter of time constraint. It is not her priority to respond to the majority.
To a lunatic.
Actually, the majority of people think of this as BS.
To the conspiracy radical weirdos, why would she waste time talking about it? I mean, you realize it's her husband's dead. I would imagine that it would be extremely difficult to have to think about this all the time. To engage in conspiracy theories without any evidence behind it, where it's just a lunatic radical weirdo like this woman here, it would be a really tough thing to do. And that doesn't even count the other element to this, which is Candace is trying to destroy her husband, his legacy, everything he's built. Of course she doesn't have time for this piece of shit.
Majority of people think Turning Point is acting suspicious. And
no, the majority of weirdos who follow you think that that they're acting suspicious.
She does not feel that it is what she wants to do as a matter of priority.
Think about this. All of the drama that's happening is because she is stirring the drama. The text messages, all this stuff. She is creating the drama. She's creating the chaos. She's creating the scenario where you might be acting suspicious. Her Charlie Kirk dream, the ghost of Charlie Kirk, told her so. Don't you know?
Responding Okay, that's fine.
Again, let's go back to this one more time.
I similarly, like I just said, had a vivid dream this weekend, and Charlie came to me and he told me that he was betrayed.
Charlie Kirk's ghost, my friend, convinced her he was betrayed.
Now, to that point that people are making hundreds and thousands of dollars, I just don't get how there's not someone on this very large PR team, as we're seeing these PR campaigns go out, that doesn't go, hey, maybe we should strike that. They made 40.
Maybe you should demonetize your crap, Candace, if you really cared about this. And there wouldn't be a concern about you being a little grifting piece of shit. But we all know that you cannot not make the bag, Candace.
$1 million two nights
it.
ago at Mar-a-Lago. Maybe that feels kind of a little bit like let them eat cake-ish. Oh, and we've made more than separately from Mar-a-Lago. Turning Point USA, since Charlie was killed, just so you guys know, this is a fact, has made.
Notice how she's trying to change the subject here and then try to turn it back on Turning Point USA. Well, it's not about me trying to make the bag off of Charlie Kirk's death. They're making money too.
More than $100 million. That is separate from the $40 million they made at Mar-a-Lago the other night. So since Charlie has died, that organization has taken in $140 million.
Right. Because people want to support Charlie Kirk. He was murdered. Or did you forget?
$1 But gosh darn you people that are making hundreds of dollars every day on YouTube talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination and the BS narrative that is being.
Can you imagine being this woman? Holy
fed, and the very obvious psychological operation that is being employed to make you accept the BS.
A psychological operation.
That they are trying to sell to us. Gosh darn you. Did you make $1,000 today? Speaking about Charlie Kirk, well, you should be ashamed of yourself, says Turning Point USA, who in large part made that money because of those very people who gave to the organization.
So you get the picture. So this is what our little Candace Owens is doing here. And I wanted to make this video because the thing is how many people are buying into it. And there are a lot of people. I mean, but then again, you get like the Alex Jones, right? There's a lot of people that listen to Alex Jones. And in my opinion here, these two, they're about the same, except Alex Jones is probably more honest than Candace Owens. Because Candace Owens, she is a plant. She has one purpose, and that is to destroy conservatives while making her bag. So we'll have to keep an eye on this continuing weird drama. But holy shit. That's Candace Owens for you, my friends. That is the lunatic Candace Owens. And just a reminder again, the ghost of Charlie Kirk told her so.
I similarly, like I just said, had a vivid dream this weekend, and Charlie came to me and he told me that he was betrayed.
That's all you need to know. Charlie Kirk's ghost told her he was betrayed. This was one of the things she used for why she needed to get to the bottom of this. I'm Candace Owens, and I'm a retard.